Tristan, the Tennessee Titans open up at 6.5 as their over-under win total. It's been a rough offseason for them. As far as injuries go, D-Hop is injured with a left knee. It's going to keep him out a couple of weeks, so we'll kind of have to play that by ear and see what happens. Thankfully, though, they did get Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd, both as a really good duo for Will Levis to be able to throw to while D-Hop's out. Some argue that D-Hop is kind of past his prime. I tend to think so as well. However, these two, I'm glad they got them because, well, let's be honest, Will Levis needed them. I do want to ask you, though, how do you think the defense is going to hold up throughout this season? Because they struggled at times last year. They have added a couple of pieces like Chidobe Awuzie. Just had to work that in because I love his name.
That was incredible.
And to work him beside L'Jarius Sneed. So it's going to be an even better backfield on the defensive side of the ball. Well, do you think that they've done enough this offseason to kind of capitalize and make their defense better?
I think they are trying. I think it kind of remains to be seen because what's interesting about the Titans is they're one of those teams that I kind of thought they were just accepting it as a rebuild year, a learning year. And then in the offseason, the moves they've made have been the moves a team makes when they're trying to win this year. Like going and getting Calvin Ridley, going and getting L'Jarius Sneed. Adding these pieces aren't something you do if you're kicking it down the road and wait until next year. So that surprises me. I think the defensive line is still shoddy. I think the linebackers are hit and miss, and the corners in the secondary obviously got an upgrade with Sneed, but I can't say I'm in a position to really feel confident about the defense. Last year, PFF had them 28th overall. Maybe they'll see an improvement, but I really can't say I'm very confident defensively. However, on the opposite side, I feel like we might see an improvement offensively. I'm a little bullish on Will Levis. Not that I think he's going to be great or even good, but I feel like he can be serviceable. My concern is, can he be serviceable in the AFC, and particularly in the AFC South, which has become a really tough division with the Texans and with the Jaguars and with the Colts. They're going to have an uphill struggle just with their 6 division games.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take the over here, and I'll tell you why. It's because last year they went 6-11, right? And they didn't have the type of weapons they do now on offense. And, we can talk about the defense till we're blue in the face, but the defense, like you said, even with the additional pieces they've added, it's probably going to fall in the same realm as it did last year. Maybe they bump up a couple of spots to 24th overall, but the offense, I agree with you, is going to take a step forward, and that gets me at least one more win in the W column. So that's why I'm going to have them over here. 6.5 is kind of almost nail on the head for me. I don't see them winning more than about 7-8 games, but looking at the schedule, it's manageable. It's not the best. I mean, if I'm the Titans, I wish it was a little bit easier, but you just got to take them as they come. It's the NFL. You play good teams every single week. So we'll see how it all shapes up, but I got them going over here.
You said you think over because you just feel like it should be an improvement over last year, and last year they were close with 6 wins. But
6-11 last year, I mean, Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd alone, I think maybe gets you one more win.
But here's, okay, so plus Calvin Ridley, plus L'Jarius Sneed, but minus Mike Vrabel. That's what I'm wanting. Do you think Mike Vrabel was able to elevate that squad to get 6 wins, and without him, they're going to miss him and struggle? Or do you think Callahan should be able to take this squad to a decent situation, given the roster?
I think Callahan can do it because we talked about it with the Raiders last year before last when Antonio Pierce jumped in. It was like mid-season, I believe, and you have that kind of resurgence of the team, and like it's fresh, it's new, it's fun, it's a new toy to play
last
with.
Year. Yeah,
it was last year. Okay, I think something similar would happen to the Titans, where they have the new quarterback, they have the new receivers, they have the new head coach. Everything in the Titans organization is new, and they want to play with it. It's like a new toy, right? And I think that is going to give a little spark to this team, and by golly, they need it. They really do. We're friends with a couple of Titans fans, lifelong Titans fans, and man, I'm just tired of seeing them sad.
Yeah, I wish I wish I had strong opinions for this team, but I'm so caught in the middle. However, I guess I'm going to lean with you. I'm going to lean over, but maybe like by a game. I mean, I think they might get 7 wins because I think there's going to be games where Will Levis looks like a really good quarterback, but there's also going to be games where they're sitting on the sideline saying, "Dear God, someone bench that man." So I feel like that's just kind of what you get with Will Levis, but he will make plays for them at times.
I disagree. I think Levis is going to be more middle of the road this year. I don't think he's going to have these big spikes as much. I think he's going to be more consistent.
That's probably what they would hope for.
Yeah, well, that's what we all hope for, right? Hope that he's not Trevor Lawrence. Oh,
right.
Did I go there? Yes, I did, because it is a roller coaster in Jacksonville. We need to hope that it's not a roller coaster in Tennessee, because Will Levis has the arm he has the arm comparable of Josh Allen, and Josh Allen has the best arm in the league as far as deep balls go. So Will Levis needs to dial in and really capitalize on what he has been given and play hard this year. I agree with you. I think it's going to be a whole lot of single wins. There's no stretch in this schedule where I think that they're going to go 3-0, 4-0 by any means. I think these 7 wins are going to be really hard fought, and I think they're going to come on weeks where you're not expecting them.